This is a 2.5 metre Avon rib which I've had round the back of the house for 15 years. It's probably 20 years old, and I used to have it on the back of a motor cruiser that I owned. But as you can see, the last 15 years it's been left, and although it's been covered, it has started to become quite heavily soiled on the material. So I found a company from Italy when I was at the Southampton Boat Show this year, 2017, who had a product which would clean this up and protect it. So I've got a trial pack and I'm going to test it today. So here are the three products from Blue Marine that we're going to test. The first one here is just a simple cleaning agent. The second one is for removing mould and sort of build up of algae that you find on these sort of boat materials over time. And the third one is a polymer based product which is going to just put a nice clean shine and seal over the boat when we're finished. So the first product we start with is the general cleaning product, and you get a spray attachment with all three products. I'm going to pop some gloves on as well because you just never know what's in these products, and we'll get going. So the first product just requires a little bit of a spray. So I'll just do this area here. And it says to leave it just for a minute or two. So we've put the initial cleaning agent on and we've allowed that to sit there for about a minute and a half, and now we're just simply going to rinse that off with some clean water and a sponge. And as you can see, it is moving the majority of that dirt that's been building up on this boat for 15 years. And actually that's quite amazing colour change already just with the detergent. Of course, you always get dirt trapped on some of these edges, and that seems to be coming away quite well. So with this first stage, where we're just simply cleaning the boat with a detergent product, it then says to dry it off. So with a clean cloth, just go across this area quickly and get the worst of the moisture off the boat. And I think what you can see we're left with is probably some of the darker areas here being mould, which is what the second stage should help to remove. So this was our first stage which we put on, which was just a general cleaner. We're now going to move on to the second stage, which is this product, which is to remove mould. Now when this product goes on, it says to leave it for a suitable time until the mould starts to reduce. So this may take a little bit longer, but let's see how we get on. Okay, so this stage 2 mould remover I've had on the dinghy now for about 3 to 4 minutes, and actually I can visibly see that the mould marks are reducing. So it does say on the product that you could have to leave this up to an hour. So I'm going to come back in about 15-20 minutes and see what it's looking like, but probably as you can see already, that's a huge transformation. Okay, so we're still on stage 2, which is the mould cleaner. So I'm going to now wash that off. This is about 20 minutes, it's been on 20 minutes. So I've gone away, made a coffee, and I'm now going to clean that off with some water. And I think, as you can see, it's looking pretty good at the moment. Most of that mould has gone, even into the edges and the joints. So as you can see, once you start washing this off, where the joins are, it's incredibly clean. and it really has removed all of that staining. And I have to say, even at this stage, this section of the boat almost looks brand new. Even the mould that was ingrained into the rubber along here, the trim, has gone. There are a couple of areas here that are a little bit dark, but to be honest, I think if you persevered with the stain remover in a few areas, you'd probably find that giving it a little bit longer, maybe an hour or two, that would disappear as well. So I think that's a pretty good result from stage 1 and stage 2. Okay, so we've rinsed off that mould application, and I'm just giving it a general dry. It's a bit of a wet cloth, but just removing all the excess moisture and water. So it's quite easy to see the difference now between the boat area which hasn't been treated and the area which I have treated. Let's not forget that I've actually done this quite quickly, so I think if you left each stage for a little longer, possibly put a little bit more elbow grease into cleaning it, then the results would be even better. But this is pretty good for now, so let's move on to stage 3, and later on I'll just show you some before and after shots. Right, we're moving on to stage 3 now, and that involves this product called Grime 100, and this is a polymer product, so this is actually going to put a seal across this nice new clean surface that we've got. So it says to spray this on, so we'll shake it, and also to add it to a cloth, to dampen a cloth and then smooth that cloth across the area. So I'm just going to limit it at the moment to the area with the Avon logo, because as this is a seal, I don't want it to spread too far onto the other areas which I want to keep working on. So I think that's probably sufficient. So I'm now going to add some to the cloth, which it says to do. Notice that I'm still wearing gloves. I think it's important to keep protective clothing and gloves on whilst you're doing this. So let's just wipe that over as it says. I'm just going to add a little bit more. And we'll leave that to dry for probably about half an hour. Okay, so I've come back now half an hour later, and so we've moved really from a boat that's been stored here for 15 years of grime and dirt. We've done a test on the front bow of this Avon 2.5 metre rib, and as you can see, it's looking pretty good. I would like to probably spend a little bit more time on each stage, so I would recommend that if you use this product that you do that. But I'm going to just move in here now, and we put the stage 3 on, which is the polymer stage, and you can see the shine and the coating that's given the material. So that's going to add protection when you take the boat out onto the sea, especially against salt water and sand. And I'm pretty suitably impressed really with this, so give it a go. It's coming into the UK soon. The company's called Blue Marine, and I'll put the details up on the end captions at the end of this video.